In this episode, we're back in the top end in the mighty Mini Mini.
Welcome to my fishing place, the place to be. And in this episode, we're discussing part 2 of the Mini Mini adventure we had last time.
And so far, it had been awesome. We talked about all the different varieties and so much fun you can have up in the system like the Mini Mini.
How's the call?
So good when you see him cast.
Alright. Was it quite pretty cover? Good cast, good on.
So here we are back up at the Mini Mini, and like we said before, there's quite a few different species you can catch up there, not just barra. And one that got our attention this time was the amount of tarpon in the area. Now in Australia, you know, a tarpon like that's quite a big tarpon, not like the Florida massive tarpons they get over there where they're 300 pounds. But we did start to catch some really good sized tarpon, the biggest I've ever seen up there, and they were like quite solid, and boy oh boy did they fight hard. So they're a great bycatch to get when you're chasing barra, you're seeing threadies, and next thing you know, whack, you think, what is this? It's fighting, so it's like hard like a blue salmon. Next thing you see this big silvery flash, and it's those big tarpon, and boy, yeah, they're fun to catch. And that's the thing when you're up there, is the tarpon, next thing you know, there's a blue salmon on the end of your line, then you're casting at threadies. So the variety, as we spoke about, is really, really good.
Yeah, and like I said, I was saying last time, is that I actually bought up basically my bass gear as well, you know, just for some fishing off the back of the boat or whatever. And you know, you get one of those tarpon or one of those threadies or one of the blue salmon, they are just so much fun. And like you say, in the Mini Mini, for me, it's not just all about the barra or big barra. It's about just having fun on a lot of different fish. And you know, those tarpon especially, like you say, you're watching it and they jump out. They, to me, are just as much fun as catching the same size barra because they fight hard, they go hard.
Yeah.
And again, I think you're mostly bait cast, but on that spin gear, my bass gear's a zzz, and yeah, it was a really lot of fun.
So we're in the Mini Mini and we're heading up to a new spot to chase barra, and Big Red says, hey, I recognise this spot.
Oh yes. It was the first ever spot I fished in the Mini Mini many years ago. This is the all-hallowed Mini Mini.
Oh, it's a Mini Mini. The Mini Mini. Again, how could I not catch a fish?
This is the place where many fish and big barra live.
Well, straight away I said, right, this spot is perfect for the new MFP weasel. And we said, let's see if the barra like this. And I think it was like second cast.
Yep.
Boom, straight on a barra. Third cast, boom, straight on another barra. They loved it.
Oh, 100%.
Prototype.
Slayed it. Yes.
Are you really? Yeah. Sure. Fish on. Yeah! Right, see this
After the famous barra bank, where we pulled a few barra off, we went over to some trees we call snapper trees, because there's always a ton of golden snapper there. And again, throwing in this lure, and boom, snapper straight on.
He's on.
So it was great to see the what we've named now the Mini Mini colour in the weasel really performing there.
Stop. Find it, don't find it.
But something else happened tragically.
Rookie error.
Now, in my entire life, I've been telling people, don't grab braid, don't grab braid. And what have I done? I've cast out, I thought, hang on, I gave that drag a tweak.
You know what I just did? I just tested my drag and I had, oh, you're right? Yeah.
Right, I'll just check that it's right. 2 wraps of the finger and a barrier.
Oh, that's a solid fish. That's a good fish. Look at that. Oh, what'd you do, bro? I actually just went to test my braid, the drag, and it just went
Whack. Now, I've still got scars there. Lucky it was only a small barra. A big barra, I could have lost my fingers. So do not grab the braid when your lure's in the water.
That was almost testing the braid. Cast a little test the braid.
The next day, I went to do the exact same thing.
You know it.
Cast it out, and oh, did I check that? Oh, no, I'm not going to try that trick. But lucky.
Oh, very lucky, very lucky. And one thing fishermen are notorious for is the old famous last cast.
Yeah.
Just one more cast. It's and guides I think hate that, you know, like, well, not hate it,
Yeah.
but, you know, like it's always, oh, one more cast, oh, one more cast in this spot. And one of the days we were there and Dwayne actually is like said, started the engine.
All right, let's wind them up. Go back to the boat. Just let me get the barrier. Yep,
And about to go back for the end of the day, and I've done one quick last cast. And as he's put off, I said, hang on, let me land this fish.
Oh, big fish. Awesome. Yeah.
And it was one of those fish, it was end up being a really nice sized queenie. And that's another fish I love chasing up there. Because, you know, they sit on those edges where the barra are as well. And they are so much fun to catch. They're aerobatic, and they just like jump, and they fight hard. They're just a good fighting fish to catch as well, especially on barra gear.
Yeah.
So I got that nice one, but then also another day up there, we went and actually specifically looked, there's a few spots where we actually went and chased them.
Yes.
And we got quite a few there. That's a lot of fun, isn't it?
Well, they're great fun, and not only what I like about them too is they'll always seem to have several goes at the lure. Like that last place, I tried this. It's another classic. Like I said to Dwayne, oh, what about this colour? He said, wouldn't tie it on. So I thought, no, well, I'll give it a go.
As you do.
As you do.
When God said don't use something.
Well, it cleaned up, like seriously, just peppering that bank. But what you do, you be bringing it in, and the queenies just bang, hit it, like it's this far from the boat, and they're still having to go. So they're certainly not shy. But again, the way they hit, again, they keep hammering the lure, and the way they fight, slender, they're just great fun to catch as well. And yeah, barra, queenies, they are just awesome fish. So day 3, and today we're going to do something different to head out for some reef fishing. Just a bit more variety, a bit of a motor, and we head out to a couple of bombies the guides had marked, and that turned out to be a great day as well.
Nice drop. Double for Dad. What a monster.
It's a lot of fun, you know. I'm not a big bait fishing person, but out chasing the snappers and the cods and that out in the reefs, it is a lot of fun.
Oh, mother-in-law. Down south they call them the platinum snapper.
We're looking for dewies as well, didn't find any, but some nice big stonking golden snappers.
I guess I get hammered sometimes by the guide for not striking hard enough.
He's got to learn to strike. There's no bass here. You got to strike and set the hook.
But the bloke we had on our boat, he literally, I just don't know how the hook stayed in the fish's mouth. He's out there and seriously, you just get this tiny little bite and just yoink, and seriously, he was a serious striker. But he got on, he caught a massive cod, didn't he?
Yeah.
Big cod.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's a fish, baby. That's a fish. Yeah. Go that way, buddy. I feel pumped. That's all.
So out there bottom bouncing, you know, I'm not a big fan of the bait necessarily, but something like that for a change of variety. The boys were keen to go out, chase some big goldens, because we're looking in the creeks, you're getting, you know, the good size snapper, but out there we're looking for the big golden snappers, and we certainly got a few, and it's just good fun. It's something different. You're only in about anywhere between 3 and 6 meters of water, so it's quite shallow. The bombies are coming up, and the golden snapper are sitting on the edges, but it's just different. It's good fun.
And it's quite shallow. Boom, 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 get bite. And we weren't really getting shark too much or anything. So especially for the guys that don't fish a lot, it's quite easy, fun fishing. You don't know really what you're going to bring up. Like, it's quite cool. It was good fun.
That's big, Red.
It was just like a half day, go and do that, chase up, get a feed for the night, and then we head off back to chase some more barra in the afternoon. So we go back up to the creeks. We went to a rock bar, but the wind blew up a bit, so it was a bit tricky that afternoon.
When the rock bar got too windy, you know, we had to go to the legendary spot called the MFP Snag, which I watched on the other episode when they were there not long ago, and it seemed to be a fisher cast, put a lure in the right spot, and boom, you're on.
Yes, it was. It was unbelievable the first time I went there.
That was good fun. Like, we just pulled up there, it was out of the wind. First couple of casts, snappers, again, lots of species, but it was literally casts. Yep, on. That was great fun.
It wasn't quite as the snag that was there. The original MFP snag, I think, it washed away a bit. There was only a little bit left of it. Yeah. There was still the right structure and current, I guess, and flow for the fish, but it wasn't quite as hectic as the first time we went there. But still a lot of fun, and when we're searching for something out of the wind and you can come across a snag like that, still pull fish off, it is a great afternoon.
Number 101.
Yeah. So like I say, you know, in that area there was a lot of snapper, and then one cast and a couple of taps, and bang, I was on, and I thought, hey, this is something a little bit different, because, you know, it did pull a lot harder. Jacks bite really, really well. Beautiful mangrove jack, and you don't get them a lot even up there, do you, really?
Actually, well, I got one off on another snag this time, because when a jack hits, same size jack will pull a lot harder than snappers.
So that was really, really good to, just another species up there.
And going to the mini, we always love to get a nice big feed of mud crabs. First morning we got up there, we set all the crab pots, and of course, whoever's newest on the boat has to set and pull up the crab pots. So
He volunteered to do the crab pots.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He wanted to.
super keen.
Let's go for it. All yours.
So, you know, we've set the crab pots, pulled them up, and it's that anticipation the next day. Will they be full? Will they be full?
Oh, beautiful. 2 rippers, beautiful.
Didn't get quite as many as we wanted.
Cumber had some massive claws on them, seriously, didn't they?
There was a couple of really strong.
Really, really big. And we tried to catch a crab, remember, in the net?
Oh, yeah, you did. How'd you go with that?
Scoop the crab up.
No, well, it's hard.
In front of you. front of you, right there. No, not now.
When the boat pulls up and just sends a cloud of mud over the crab, of course I got the blame.
I think Josh got on the next end, didn't we?
He'll swim sideways.
Fast.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a ninja, Josh, so anyway.
He managed to net the crab. And then by that time we had Chef cook us up a massive feed of mud crab and everyone just loves it. And you sort of know from watching fishing shows and nature shows that when you're on a fishing show and then you start talking about nature and how great it is and the look at this and look at that, you know you're not catching fish.
Yes.
But I am going to talk about some nature here because at one point we were chasing some barrel on that edge and the water's a lot clearer up in the mini-mini. I looked behind the boat and I said, oh, by the way, Dwayne, just watch out behind you. And everyone turns around and there's this 3.5 metre croc just sitting there just watching us. And he's come right up to the boat, but it is part of the journey and part of the fun is seeing some of the wildlife, and those crocs are just, you know, they're the top apex predator up there.
You could see how they swim and how they spread out, checking the boat out, and then he was saying, just watch out if it drops its whole body into the water because that's when it can shoot out. But they just couldn't give a flying razoo about you. They're saying, if I want that guy in that boat, I will take him. But he left us alone, which was nice.
So as a trip starts to conclude, you get down to that last day, you just want that one last little session on the fish.
Yep.
And we certainly got it. We come across this snag and Dwayne said, oh, there's always snapper here. And sure enough, I think first cast, oh, something had a hit.
Yep.
Next thing you know, every single cast was a snapper. And we had this, we're right at the front of the boat and we had this little line where this person would cast, hook up, move to here, while Dwayne unhooked it. Next person would be here, winding in, getting hook up. This person over here is casting, and we just went boom, 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 rotate, boom, boom, boom. We must have caught 30 snapper almost in a row off this one snag. All just reasonable sized ones. There was a couple of barra there. Probably half an hour to nearly an hour. We were there just catching fish after fish after fish. There must have been
so much fun.
And it was just awesome fun.
Yeah.
Again, just throwing those deeper diver lures straight in, couple of winds down, twitch, and on.
Yeah.
They're one of my favourite sessions. They're just so much fun.
Yeah. Another beautiful goldie there.
Having that great session on snapper was really good on that last day because the last couple of days had been a bit hard. You know, like, and you know, we're to blame. Shows like ours just show you catching, you know, tons of fish, which you do. But people think, you know, this is the NT. I've travelled this many k's. There's got to be fish everywhere. Whereas some days we actually had to work really hard for our fish, and it was a perfect way to end a trip was to be on a snag where you're pulling off barra after barra, and then you know, okay, it's been a great trip.
I found that last spot was one of those spots where you would almost nearly drive past and not, especially where that stick was. You'd almost motor past and go, oh, maybe some fish out deeper, but like you say, a couple of tough days. Then we got onto all those snapper, you know, the snapper production line. Then we found those barra, you know, it was to go back to the mothership after having a day like that, you're like, I am complete, I'm happy. It was an awesome end of the day. Fantastic last day.
Triple hookup, double hookup, just pulling in these beautiful goldies.
It's a lot of fish, snappers, jacks, barras. Really, really good fun.
Tick, tick, boom, on, and we were just getting really good triple hookups, double hookups. Best fun ever, love it up here.
So all in all, another great trip to the Mini Mini. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did fishing it, and we'll see you next time on My Fishing Place.